I'm very proud to be the Secretary of Transportation. I feel like all of my life has sort of led to this particular point, and everything that I've done sort of culminates with this assignment to lead the Department of Transportation, and I'm proud to do so. And I'm originally from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Grew up there, the son of two public school teachers. My father was a high school football coach. My mother was a guidance counselor, and I went to West Point when I was 17 because I had an interest in serving and in public service. And certainly growing up as the son of two school teachers, you kind of learn that service is about serving a cause larger than yourself, and that was really what my parents tried to instill in myself and my older brother and younger sister. You know, public service has become a way of life for me, and so I served 28 years in the Army, much of that at Fort Bragg here in Fayetteville, just down the road, and so I know a lot of the back roads of North Carolina as I was driving out to old farm ponds to go bass fishing and that kind of thing very well. And then of course I retired and served, got into public service and education. I wanted to make a difference there, and sort of homage to my parents that had been educators for decades themselves, and started out in Washington, D.C. and then came out of Wake County for almost 2 years, and then got asked by the governor to serve as the secretary, and I could not be more proud to do so. And what I have found as I have traveled so far in the first 10 weeks, I've hit 5 divisions officially. I've gotten to meet a lot of the 12,500 employees that we have in DOT, but of course I've not been able to meet everyone, and I really do want to tell all of the employees how proud I am to be their leader and how much I look forward to serving with them as we try to enhance the transportation infrastructure of the state, whether it be the ports, the airports, bicycle, pedestrian, the highways, and rail, all of the different facets of transportation. The governor has really given us a 3-pronged priorities, and the first one being to improve customer service, and and not just in the Division of Motor Vehicles, but throughout the Department of Transportation, where we view ourselves, as I know the great majority of DOT employees do, as public servants, people who are here serving a cause greater than themselves and trying to improve the lot in life for all of North Carolina citizens. And so, and everybody traveling to and through North Carolina, because, you know, tourism obviously is a big deal. It's having compassion for the people, because we know that we impact thousands of lives every day, whether it's through DMV, through right-of-way, through condemnation, through building roads, and having compassion for the people with whom we deal. And so that's really the first thing, is just to remember that we're public servants. And then the second piece is to take a look at the massive infrastructure and all the different layers of and modes of transportation, whether it's rail or ports or ferries or highways, bike ped, airports, and have a strategic 25-year plan that helps create jobs. So we've got a team that we're pulling together for that, and we're going to take a look at the 2040 plan, which I've already read, of course, and then we're going to take the governor's vision and translate the governor's vision into a 25-year plan, and really building upon a lot of the good work that was done with the 2040 plan, but also taking a fresh look at it with a team that has some new individuals, and pull it together across the department and have a plan that will help create jobs. And we got to take a hard look at things such as the equity formula and how we prioritize projects and how we fund projects, where the revenue's coming from. I mean, let's face it, we're competing against Virginia and South Carolina and Tennessee, and even though they're good partners, they also want their share of the commerce. And so there's lots of infrastructure development that we need to do to enhance our economic competitiveness. And the third piece I would say is he's really asked us to be a more efficient government, and he's really looking at, how can we take a hard look at each of our organizations and do things smarter, look for the redundancy between the departments, and we're working very closely with commerce and environment and natural resources, and trying to make the permitting process go more smoothly, and certainly lure more businesses here, and what projects do we need to do to attract more businesses. And so I'm working very closely with Secretary Scavarla and Diener and Secretary Decker in Commerce, and working very closely with all the secretaries, but in particular on the economic and efficiency area. I think those are the areas where we can gain the most efficiencies, and it's really about being a smarter, leaner government. The way I view this is, part of the reason we're doing this video is so that I can communicate directly to every single employee, and it's important to understand what the governor's vision is and what my vision for the department is. The way I view this is we have 12,500 individuals working throughout DOT that are intelligent, hardworking, dedicated, and every one of them's got a great idea, and so work that. I'm wide open to new ideas, and the way I view it is that's 12,500 contributors to making this a more efficient government organization, certainly one that's more focused on customer service. I just really appreciate everybody's hard work.